Hey everybody, assalamu alaikum. We are back once again for another edition of Nothing But the Truth with
Brother Jamil
and Sister Teasha. Very glad to have you with us tonight. We surely thank you for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else on a Thursday night in the summertime, but you chose to be with us, and we are grateful that you took that choice and made that decision. There's a lot to say, and so we must begin right so we can end right. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. There's a lot going on.
Yes.
There's a lot going on. Great things happening in our nation. Great things happening. As you know, every week we celebrate another edition of the greatest newspaper in Black America or the world, and that is the Final Call News. It's available. It's out. See your Final Call News representative and grab your copy right away. And by the way, I had an opportunity to speak with the editor the other day. Sister Teasha has spoke with our great brother Naba Muhammad, who assured me that it's not a fluke that the Final Call newspaper won 5 top awards at the National Newspaper Publishers Association gathering nationwide now.
Wow.
Among all of the Black newspapers in America. So the Final Call News is still riding high, and it's still the paper of record for you and me to get real truth without interruption or censorship. There's good things happening. We just completed what, hun? The Chicago Modest Fashion Week.
Epic.
Epic? What did you hear from Chicago?
Oh man, I heard it was totally off the chain. Just beautiful. Sister Carmen turned it out.
She turned it out?
Ooh, she set the bar high. And all the designers.
Is that right? And so when she did that, are there it seems to me like it's a great opportunity to, number one, change the narrative of what fashion is.
Mm-hmm.
And so next week you'll hear the narrative straight from the organizer's mouth. She'll be on our program.
Absolutely.
God willing, right now, a week from now, right on these microphones, Sister Carmen Muhammad, the actual founder of Al Nisa Designs and the creator of Chicago Modest Fashion Week, which is still ringing from coast to coast and around the world.
All over social media.
All
Beautiful
over.
pictures.
Yes, indeed. So there are good things happening. We just celebrated with Brother Student Minister Nuri Muhammad and his lovely wife, Sister Terry,
Absolutely.
their 28th wedding anniversary. They were here in the metropolitan Washington, D.C. area. And my goodness, did Minister Nuri teach at the mosque on Sunday. The double treat of hearing him and Student Minister Abdul Qadir Muhammad, bang, bang. It was a 1-2 punch, a combination. And I mean, Satan is still bleeding. I felt like Howard Cosell when they were teaching, you know?
Are you gonna do
Hello
it?
again, sports fans. This is Howard Cosell.
I knew
The
you were gonna
devil
do it. I knew
just took a knockout combination. Yeah, that kind of thing. So we were really excited about that. And so we're grateful and glad. Good things going on in the nation. We just got a call, an hour ago from our brother LaRon in Cincinnati.
Barbershop Laurent.
Barbershop.
He gave me an awesome fade.
Yeah, he gave you.
There, that kitchen back there.
Okay, we just heard from Brother LaRon on the serious matter of joyfully reporting that our Cincinnati family is fine and was not harmed in a very dangerous tornado with winds of up to 135 miles an hour, which came through a neighborhood in Cincinnati, which is not the hood.
Okay.
Not the ghetto.
Read between the lines.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
And all the believers are safe there at number 5 in Cincinnati. So there's good things going on. You're in good health. You got the use of your limbs. You got the use of your mind, your eyes, your ears. You can speak, and you are grateful.
Yes.
I'm sure you are. You're grateful that you're in great health and you're not crazy. But let me tell you something. Sorry. No, but your camera. Yeah. See, you can see your image and you don't know that people in the audience can see. But I believe that many people in America, aside from humor, they're eating crazy burgers. Something's going on. America and the world are getting wilder and wilder and more feral and dangerous and threatening by the moment.
We need
That's
to
why we're
talk about
glad
it.
you're here.
Yeah.
Let's look. I'm going to turn you over to Sister Tisha. She's going to do what she normally does: greet everybody, talk about where you're from, where you're viewing from. She's got some good information. Then we're going to come back and have a serious discussion about one of the most disgusting things that's going on in the world today.
All right. Before we get into it, I just want to give a little shout out to some of the people that we see in the audience tonight. Patricia Bailey's here,
Hey,
shouting
hey,
out
Sister
to us
Law.
from Dallas. Hey, Trish. All right. Brother T. Farrow is here
From Detroit.
from Detroit.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome. My baby sister Sean is here. Hey,
Hey, hey,
Sean.
Sean.
Sean says, praise Allah for Barbershop Laron's hookup. You know what? You know what, Sean?
It's all right. It's all right. You
You
look
know,
beautiful. And thanks
cooking
to
that kitchen up.
Barbershop Laurent.
Yeah, Barbershop Laron.
Okay.
All right. And at this time, also, everyone, I want to just personally thank all of those who haven't made a comment in there because I know you're there. I know you're watching. But we want to thank you for showing up for this wonderful edition of Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha. This is an important topic that we're going to talk about tonight. So we want you to make sure that you tell a friend to join on, tell your children, tell everybody join on. Also, we want to remind you to help us grow this platform. We are trying to reach as many people as we can because we have really good topics that can help grow our community, right? So we want you to go over to our YouTube page. Please subscribe to our channel, Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Tisha. Any videos you see on there, go ahead and like them and share them, right? And then go over to our Facebook page if you don't mind and do the same. Follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on TikTok. We are trying to really get out there. All right. So we need your help with that. That's right, Sean. Thank you. You can go to www.nbttpodcast. So nothing but the truth podcast.com. And that'll take you right to the YouTube page. All right. You ready, Hamada?
I think we're ready to get into it.
Absolutely.
It is, and thank you so much for those announcements and to everyone who's viewing from wherever you're watching from. We understand Northwest Arkansas is on the line. We understand that Detroit is viewing tonight, probably with a pint of that Idlewild ice cream.
Brother Doop Doop Bidoo Bidoo is on
Yeah,
the line.
yeah.
You
Oh,
know who
oh,
that
really?
is.
Brother Gary?
Doop Bidoo Bidoo. Yeah.
Brother Gary himself,
Brother
our
Gary.
music director,
Yeah.
is on the line from Bloomington, Illinois.
Yes.
We're glad to see you as always, Brother Gary, one of the most talented and beautiful souls that we have ever known. So grateful that he is a part of this great Nothing But the Truth family as our musical director. There'll be more you'll be hearing from Brother Gary. And certainly, we're going to talk about the Tuesday morning opportunity you have to hear from him on radio. So there's a lot of great things going on. But we gathered tonight
Yes.
to discuss something in particular that happened to us, and we are certainly, and yes, Sister Cheryl, we're very, very glad to see you tonight from New York City.
Welcome.
But dear beloved brothers and sisters, we gathered for a serious purpose tonight. And that purpose is to examine the phenomenon, and it's not a good thing, but it is something that is sweeping America and around the world. This idea of internet scams in general
Right.
and Facebook Messenger scams in particular. My own Facebook account was hacked, stolen from me,
Mm-hmm.
disabled, and I was blocked from it. And then the thieves used it to wrongly, immorally, shamefully, and disgracefully trick my friends
Mm-hmm.
and my relatives into giving money to them
Mm-hmm.
on the premise that they were giving to me, on the pretext that they were giving to me. And so now what they've done is they've actually interfered with the goodwill that it took us years, Tisha, to build.
Right.
Took us years to gain the friends, the kind of friends who, at the slightest hint that we might need something, would respond so generously.
Right.
But that's the nature of thieves and crooks and robbers and liars and con men. And I'm telling you, I'm not, my wife has told me tonight, I am not allowed to curse on these airwaves.
Yeah. Please.
Is that still the law?
Just
Yeah, okay.
Just,
So I won't be cursing, but if you are watching,
mhm.
you thieving, no good fella, if I
Beep.
catch you, it would be better for you. You'll be wishing that Satan had rolled up on you, because I'm serious. You stole from my 82-year-old godfather.
Yeah, not cool.
You stole from my friends, literally from coast to coast. You stole from my own niece right here in the city where I live, who, upon hearing that we needed something early in the morning, she responded and sent money, but not knowing she was sending it to a thief, a no good, cutthroat, low down, funky son. Take the
I'm
microphone,
just,
honey, because it's really annoying
I
to me.
know he's very angry, y'all.
I'm
This is
very angry
serious.
because these people work hard
I know.
for the substance that they have in their control. And in times like this, where gas is $5, mortgage rates just jumped 2%, rents jumping up 16%,
Uh-huh.
food prices up in the 30%. People don't have money to be throwing it behind some thief. So we need to find out tonight what we can do to help us guard against these crooks. We need to find out tonight what we can do to restore what we had before,
Mhm.
and then maybe, hopefully, to actually catch these people.
Mhm.
And I don't care where you are on the earth. You might say, I'm safe. I'm in Colombia. I'm safe. I'm in Nigeria. I'm safe. I'm in Russia. I'm in Japan. Wherever you are, if you're a thief, you are not safe from the justice of God.
That is correct.
Ah, my mother used to teach me as a young boy, and you know where I'm going with this, teacher.
Come on.
She said, you can't trust a liar nor a thief.
Mm.
She said, because if you lie, you'll steal. And if you
Steal.
steal, you'll kill.
That's the truth.
She said, a liar can't do nothing for nobody because all they do is make up lies about everything and then steal what other people work hard to get. It's a low, low level of hell for you.
Hmm.
Low level of hell.
Okay. So, family, you can see how upset he is. He's been upset all week behind this. And every time we see a post where somebody else had fallen victim to it, he just is on 10. I think right now he's on 15 because he's just past it. So we thought it would be important enough to dedicate a whole podcast to this, one of our editions, because we have to make sure we're all educated on these games and this technology that they're using right now. It's real subtle and real sophisticated and real slick. And this is not the time for people to be playing with us or with our money. So we wanted to come before you guys so that we can share what we found out, what happened to us in detail. It was real smooth on how they did it. And we don't want anybody else to fall prey to this, right? So actually it happened about, what do you say, about 2 months ago, huh?
Maybe a little bit more than 2 months ago, I received a message via Facebook Messenger
Mm-hmm.
that I thought was coming from my brother and my friend of over 40 years,
Okay.
Brother Linward X. Cathcart,
Uh-huh.
Linward Cathcart Jr. in Plainfield, New Jersey. And he was asking me to help him to restore his Facebook account before it was lost to him forever because he forgot the password and got locked out.
Y'all
So
hear
could
this?
I see how they do it?
You see? And tell them what time it was.
It was early in the morning, about
Uh-huh.
5:45 in the morning,
AM.
right?
Yep. Mhm.
So you know how after Fajr you lay back down.
Mhm.
It was during that time when you're laying back down after prayer. You know that sleep is that's that deep sleep, right?
Right. A little slobber on the side.
No slobber.
Oh,
I'm
sorry. Go
way
ahead.
too cool for that.
Other sleep.
So the phone rings
Mhm.
or the bell goes off, the indicator. It's my brother. I think it's him. I see a video of him. He's asking me, send me some kind of code so I can get back in. I send it to him. My judgment is fuzzy. It's off. It's in the morning. I send him, but it's my brother. He needs me.
Right, because you could see him, right?
I
Was it
could
a
see
video?
him.
Right.
They sent me a little video that was about 3/4 of a second long, not even a whole second. And it had no audio on it, but it was limited. It was his face.
Uh-huh.
And so when I did it, I thought I was communicating with him. And then I went to go get in my Facebook account. I was blocked from it. It was unavailable to me. The password had been changed. And now the crooks were in control. That's the
Your
first.
account.
That's the first chapter of what happened.
Right.
Mhm.
And that was about 2-3 months ago.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm. So when they blocked him out of his own account, he was unable to access his pictures, his posts, no nothing. And any post that he had previously, commented on, say like shared something to your page or what have you, it would say this post is no longer available. This post had been deleted. Like his account was just gone. So we thought.
And then about a week ago,
Mhm.
maybe a little less than a week ago,
Mhm.
this account resurfaces. It has a picture for the profile picture of myself standing with my teacher,
Mhm.
the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. It seems to be me.
Mhm.
It contains some of the same cover stories. I don't know if they added anything else, but it pops back up, and then they're sending out messenger messages
Chats. Mhm.
to my friends,
Mhm.
my family, and the scam has gone from just gleaning the information now to asking the friends of a person who has friends to give money, thinking that they're giving to the friend.
Mhm.
My godfather, all my life, he's been my godfather. He hears about this early in the morning, 5 in the morning, and immediately sends $100. He's a grown man,
Mhm.
a working man, but a man not of unlimited means because he's a mature man
Uh-huh.
in his early 80s.
Yes.
My godfather does this thinking that he's doing it for me, but he's fattening the pockets of some low good crook.
Mhm.
And you crooks, if we find you, it's going to be better for you if something else terrible had happened to you. Mhm. I'm saying this not to threaten anyone.
No,
I'm talking
no.
about we're going to prosecute you because you know we don't break the law here.
Right.
We don't take the law into our own hands, nor do we recommend that anyone else do that. But we say to you that we intend to prosecute you to the fullest
Full.
extent of the law, and we intend to pray with you in such a way that the Spirit of God can be transmitted into your mind by the laying on of hands and the exchange of spirit. But you're a thief, and you're a no good thief.
Mhm.
And God sees you, and it's ugly to
Mhm.
take from the people who mean to do well and who mean to do good and who don't harm anyone.
Mhm.
My little niece right here in DC, early in the morning, sends $100. My brothers in North Carolina and out west in California sending money to this thief. So I'm going to say a few things and we'll get into some concrete solutions because Sister Teasha is beautiful in that way. Her mind works as a solver of problems. And I thank Allah for you, and not just on this program, but in life. I'm going to say this to you all. If I ever needed to ask you for anything, you would hear from me, talk to me, exchange with me, and understand me.
Mhm.
Just like if you had to ask me for something, we're going to talk in person and we're going to establish that I can help you and then I'm going to help you. But it requires that personal conversation. These social media sites have become too familiar to us and we become too trusting of the safety of these exchanges. And as soon as we trust, like I trusted, we get burnt.
Mhm.
Don't get burnt because I got burnt.
Mhm.
Don't get burnt because my dear brother Keith got burnt. Don't get burnt because my brother Windsor got burnt. No, understand that there's a way out for you and me, and we must begin to
Mhm.
protect one another. So I'm going to give the microphone over to Sister Teasha, who, in spite of the seriousness of tonight's subject matter, remains the most glamorously outstanding host in the entire television business.
Okay.
Sister Teasha.
All right. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. So again, we wanted to come before you and just share what had happened with Jamil's Facebook account because he's not the only one apparently that this is happening to. Of course, he's not. And so we went to Google and just Googled a little bit about Facebook scams. And apparently, millions of people have been affected. Billions of dollars have been scammed out of people, right? So this is something, and they're just getting more and more sophisticated in how they're doing it. We went through Facebook, had a little blueprint of it says things to watch out for, right? And so we just want to put this on your mind. Social media could be a good thing, but we are getting a little bit too relaxed with it,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So we just need to tighten up our bootstraps a little bit. And what is it? Strengthen our little wall, and don't let we don't have to let everybody in. We just need to be on point, right? So let's just tighten up a little bit. And our children are on here, whatever. We need to teach the babies too, because right now they haven't come for them yet, but that's next. They're gonna get all the dollars they can get. I just see it. They're gonna hit the elderly. They're just gonna. It's just moving fast. We just need to make sure that we stay on point. So Facebook says things to watch out for, right? People you don't know personally asking for money. Okay, that's how it first started. Remember, you used to get all the requests from Africa, from
Right.
Nigeria.
I'm a
send me
Nigerian
this.
prince.
Uh-huh.
And I have a check at the UN for $500,000. Okay.
We're past that. We didn't fall for that one, right? Anyone asking you to pay a fee to apply for a job, we know about that. We're not doing that. We need the job for the money, so we don't do that. Unverified pages claiming to represent a large organization or public figure. People asking you to move your conversation off Facebook to a less public or less secure setting, such as a separate email. I haven't encountered that one, but I could see that happening, right? Taking you to some little private chat. Gotcha. People asking you to send them money or gift cards to receive a reward. We're not doing that. Anyone claiming to be a friend or a relative in an emergency. That's the big one now.
Right.
But like he said, they're adding video to it. And the key is you'll see the video, the messenger chat or whatever, but you can't hear them. You just see their face and it cuts off real quick. They may even actually call you and make it connect, but when you start talking to them, they hang it up.
Right.
So you think the call disconnected and you're like, oh man, that was Jamil for real. Let me just go on and send him this. Or you may even try to call it back. You can't call it back. That's a dummy number or what have you.
Right.
Real sophisticated. But because you saw his face, it's because it's got to be him.
Mm.
All right, so don't fall for that one. Let me see. People who misrepresent where they're located, messages or posts with poor spelling or grammar. That's a big one. So at first, this scammer was hitting everybody. People were knowing, nah, that's not Bro Jamil, because they were saying, like he was coming to you saying, hello.
How
I
are
need
you
your
doing
help.
today?
Hello. And so everybody, most of the believers was responding back, Assalamu alaikum or walaikum salam. So now they try to come through instead of saying hello, they say Assalamu alaikum, but it's spelled Assalami, just something wrong
Right.
because they don't know.
Assalamu alaikum with an N as in Nancy at the end of the greetings.
Yeah, still not Jamil. And then people or accounts directing you to claim a prize. Those are the main ways that they're getting people now, right? So you just want to be aware. If anybody's asking you for money, especially in Messenger, that is a big red flag. We're not doing that one.
And I tell you what makes me really boil about this as well. The particular work that I may be associated with in our nation over years of time has been the work of collecting charity,
Right.
asking for donations for the nation, asking for donations for programs that we're doing to help the laborers who help Minister Farrakhan. So if I'm asking for a donation and you think, well, last, it's because some people really say no. And I've talked to people who, after they got burnt, said, no, man, but you sent me a message.
Right.
No, it was not me sending you a message. It was literally someone who crawled up into my social media identity and co opted it, usurped it, and used it for a wicked cause. It was not me. Now they take the goodwill.
Wow.
We've gotten 2 online calls and hangups since this broadcast.
Wow.
We've been on the air for 40 minutes
Mm-hmm.
or 30 minutes. And here's our brother from the Rockwell radio show, Brother Vaughn A. Muhammad in Atlanta. Good to know that you're watching with us tonight, sir. And we welcome you on board. We'll get back to the other geographical shout outs in just a moment because I'm sure the list is long and Sister Teasha has a lot of folks to shout out, but it's just nuts out here.
Right.
So let's make sure that you can protect yourself, your resources, and as Sister Teasha said, your children who may be trustworthy, that because this medium has been the means by which they've enjoyed recreation and played video games and Grand Theft Auto and whatever else, and Dungeons and Dragons and Words with Friends and Candy Crush or whatever it is. They've done all that,
Right.
and it seems safe. But there are people literally plotting right now to take what we have. So these experiences over the past few days have been a valuable learning experience for us,
Right.
a great teaching opportunity to show us that, hey, we can't front like this. We got to make sure we're locking arms, as you said, into a wall to make sure we protect our elders. Y'all not getting in my godfather's pocket no more. And we're going to make sure we do like we have to do. And as you also said, tighten up our ranks.
Right, because you can't get that money back. We don't even know where to start. You don't know who those people are. Man, this is crazy. All right, we're about to hit the bottom of the hour. So when we come back from the bottom of the hour, we're going to continue this conversation. We're going to jump back into the chat and do some more shout outs and then get into the comments. Okay. So if there's anything that you want to discuss, any questions that you have, make sure you put them in the comment section. We'll be reviewing them while we're doing the bottom of the hour, and then we'll be back with you shortly.
We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
And don't answer you.
Hey, everybody. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
We got news. Did you just say walaikum salam?
Yes, sorry, keep going.
Yeah. But we have got a program that you're going to love. It's called Nothing But the Truth with
Brother Jamil
and Sister Teasha. We come on every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 on the West Coast. And we love to have you drop by and join us.
That's right.
Why? What are we going to do? We talk to folks. It's like dropping by your cousins in them house and them. And to have a cup of coffee and talk about what's going on in the world, what's happening, what's been interesting to you. So come on by every Thursday on YouTube. Go by, subscribe, Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Teasha. Or go by the Facebook page of Teasha Muhammad, Teasha Muhammad.
That's
and
right.
Watch our program. I think they'll love it, don't you?
I think they would, and we'd love to have you.
Peace.
See you Thursdays.
So glad that you are there. I understand, Teasha, there are many other viewers are checking in the comments section. Where are they viewing from, and who are these good folks?
All right. So I scrolled back up, and we had to follow up. We got Sister Deidre. Sister Deidre's here.
From Huntsville, Alabama, the author of Hidden Princess, who will soon be on these airwaves.
Yes.
Even though she has been very busy, been traveling. We've broached the subject. We breached the subject. We asked her a couple of times, can you come on? She said, okay, well, but now that we're saying it publicly, she can't say no.
Put her out there.
Right.
We don't mind.
That
we don't mind putting you out there on the spot. Sorry. Not sorry. Okay. Sister Cheryl's here from New York.
All right.
Sean's still here. Hey, Sean. She said NWA's in the house.
That means Northwest Arkansas.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Yeah, that's not. That's not.
Sister April's here.
All right. Good to hear from our songbird sister.
That's right. Sister D. Oh, Sister Monica 3X from Washington, D.C.
That's right. Let me check my hair because you know Monica's a magician with her hair.
Yeah. Okay. You good.
Okay.
You good. You good. Your part is right. All right. All right. Brother Keith X is here.
Brother Keith X Reed.
Uh-huh.
That's my brother from Los
Yes.
Angeles. The
He has,
doggone scammers got him.
right. He has a comment. I'm gonna come back up to it.
Yes.
DJ Rockwell is here.
Yes, of course.
Mhm.
Our brother.
Yep. Brother Derek 3X is here
Good to hear from Brother
Lakem,
Derek 3X.
from Rahway, New Jersey.
Yes.
Mhm. Let me see. He said he's by way of New York City, the most beautiful city in the world. I'm sure you know
Now
that.
he said that before. He probably could let it rest, and he said it 150 times.
Just wanna make
It's
sure.
okay. He want to make sure. Okay. Thanks, Brother Derek.
Sister Katina's in the house.
Okay.
All right, in Fort Worth. And Sister Javon.
Sister Javon on the Quality of Life road trip. We want to send a special shout out to our sister Javon Muhammad, the innovator, the originator, the thinker, the planner, the believer, and the sister. Sister Javon is out on the road right now. She and Sister Rolanda from Sacramento take a road trip of students
Uh-huh.
from the Bay Area on the road, literally for 30 days during the month of July. And they literally travel the entire country, going from city to city, town to town, learning historical and cultural details to help enrich their own personal sense of value, their own understanding and connection to their community,
Mhm.
and their likelihood of achieving higher academically and professionally than they would have before. So the Quality of Life road trip, out now almost 15 years in duration. I need to get the exact number of years we're on now because COVID kind of threw it off a bit, but they're out this year. 5 sisters of African American heritage or Black heritage from the Bay Area, and 5 sisters who are Chinese, right, from the Bay Area. And they're all coming together and rolling through. So when they come to your city, we'll see if we can get them to give us a little dispatch from the road on Nothing But the Truth
That's
with Brother
big.
Jamil and Sister Teasha, because it's big. And Sister Javon does things big. And so we love you, Jay. We're glad you're out there making things happen. And let's
That's the
keep up
11th
the,
year.
let's keep up the good work. So
Man, that's a big blessing. When we were little, we just had fresh air fun. They took us from the Bronx and threw us in the country in Pennsylvania for about 2 weeks.
the Bronx to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Everybody got to start somewhere.
All we got.
Yeah, everybody can't be the Quality of Life road trip, but I'm glad that whenever
I
they
would
come
love
into
it.
a city where I am, I've been blessed to be able to participate in some of the greatest brilliant minds that we have, particularly young Black minds,
That's great. That's I would
young
love
Black minds, and in this case, young Black female minds being developed to the fullness of their capability. And it's exciting to see them come awake and aware and alive under the tutelage of Sister Rowe, the great Mama Rowe from Earth Mama Healing in Sacramento, and Sister Javon Muhammad from the Sugar Shack in
Yeah.
Lake Charles. Yes, it's the same Sugar Shack in Lake Charles, Louisiana. So all the
Not
great
wrong.
things that are going on. Let's make sure we applaud the folks who are doing good. But we talk about the other people tonight. I didn't forget.
Mhm.
Talking about you
Back up,
thieves,
back
you
up,
no
back
good
up.
rascal. Oh, you mean back up out the
From
camera?
the camera.
And don't.
I'm
put-
going to go back to the
Okay.
comments now. Some people are sharing what happened when, when they were approached. So Brother Gary says, when they sent it to me, Brother Jamil, I know it wasn't you, and I called you pronto to verify. And that's a good thing. Before you send any money, call him or call the person that they're saying that needs the money and just verify, is this you? Did you request something? Do you really need help? Right? It's just a phone call. It would save a whole lot of time. So that was pretty good. And we know now, so that's okay. Sister Deidre says, I have also been robbed by these thieves. I understand there are people in India and Nigeria, etc., who punch a clock and work in scam factories.
Mm.
Actual scam factories. Who knew? I should invite my son here as he is a cybersecurity student. He has helped me.
And we hope
Yes,
that we
we
can
need to have him
contact
on the
him.
show.
Sister Deidre and Brother Philip's sons are
Mhm.
brilliant young students at HBCUs, track stars, and cybersecurity as experts. And so we'll be in touch with you about that as well, Sister Deidre, to make sure that we can avail their expertise wherever possible to the members of our community who need to protect themselves and their assets from these pernicious thieves. Thank you so much.
Brother Keith X had posted the link, the Facebook page link that we need to report, the one that was compromised. So he said, this is the Facebook page that should be reported as fraud or a scam. Please help him report in this account. And then he posted the link. So that's in the chat as well. Let me see if I can show you that.
Interesting. I see Sister Deidre also said in a very interesting comment, she said the scammers contacted me posing as you, right? The thief asked me if I had Cash App or Zelle. It did not sound like something you would ask me if you needed money. You're way too polite to present. You're too polite to present it like that. So I knew in an instant it wasn't you, and I'm glad that you knew. We don't play like that, sister. We don't play like that. So there are people recognizing these scandals, these schemes, these frauds, and we have to do something about it. The first thing we got to do is look out for one another.
Look what Sister Javon said.
Sister Javon says somebody recently listed my farm for rent, and she lives there.
How you gonna?
That because they're gonna have somebody send their money somewhere else, send a picture of the farm with the address, and have somebody knock on the door. Somebody, hey, we're the new owners. We're renting now, and Javon slam the door in their face, and then Fitz will throw them down the highway. And anyway, no, I'm just saying this.
People were doing that with Airbnbs too.
Yeah,
posting pictures of people's homes and taking money like it's an Airbnb.
Yeah,
it's not.
The thieves are resourceful. They are, in their own way, I wouldn't say they're intelligent, but I would say they're clever, because the cleverness and deceitfulness and the craftiness of a thief is different from the intelligence and the creativity of a person filled with the Spirit of God. You could not build an institution like the Sugar Shack in Lake Charles, Louisiana, where Sister Javon and Brother Fitz and the family hold sway. You couldn't do that if God wasn't present in your thinking. But they don't have to be crafty and slick and sly. All they have to do is be themselves. So the best counsel is the 6 most important words in the body of wisdom called Islam, as taught by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And we don't do no preaching here on Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Teasha. But I will say this, those greatest 6 words are these: accept your own and be yourself. And what is your own self? Your own self is a righteous Muslim. For those viewers who say, well, I don't identify as Muslim, that just means you don't know the word itself. It doesn't mean anything fancy. It just means that's a person who submits their will to do God's will. A Muslim is just a person who's trying to do God's will. And so when you think about it that way, you say, that makes sense. You're just describing it in a different language. Some of you, I could ask you right now, are you a Fraulein? You can say, what?
What?
Not no Fraulein. What is a Fraulein? It's just a German word that means a young lady.
Oh, I'm a Fraulein.
Okay, so there you go. But you have to understand the different languages that we're speaking in. Okay? Wiesenbatten.
Wiesenbatten.
Raus.
Raus.
We're working on the German over here. But that's the things that we need to understand.
I got that.
Sauerkraut does not count. Sorry.
We'll work on it.
So we're working to understand language. And understanding language means that we can know how righteous and good we are and not have to worry about protecting against these thieves all the time. Sister Katina says, when they contacted me, because see how they're calling everybody.
Everybody.
Coast to coast. From San Francisco, now they're down in Dallas, Texas. When they contacted me, she said, they asked me to about Cash App and money. They asked me too. I said, this is not Brother Jamil Muhammad. Then they had the nerve to call me. Sister Katina, put into contact, what did they do when they called you? How did it sound? I want to find out, because we got to find these people. When they sent me a message last week about something about Facebook. I said, "You're a scammer and a thief and a liar. And when we find you, we're going to talk with you and prosecute you legally and nonviolently within the fullest extent of the law." That's what I said to him. And he said to me, "Your father." And he cut off the line. See, resist the devil, and he or she will flee from you back into the bowels of the scam factories where they work. This
So
is Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Teasha. You're watching this program tonight. We're broadcasting live from an undisclosed location. It ain't the Sugar Shack, but it's sure enough the Honeycomb Hideout. Ah, come on. Don't leave me hanging. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So it's sure enough a place where we broadcast this broadcast from. And we're happy to be together, happy to be here, happy to be with you, and filled with the joy of Islam. But there is a righteous indignation that brews in us over the proliferation of thievery and larceny.
look, Rockwell says, "Your father." What does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, because you usually go your mother, like your father. What?
Yeah. Whatever they said, and they spelled it "you are." That's the first word. You're.
Father.
Right. FAVVA.
So they even contacted my daughter Ashley. Okay, here we go. Here goes Ashley. They hit her up on her inbox and they said "Assalamu alaikum" spelled wrong with the
Wait,
N.
you talking about Ashley, our own, literally?
Big face Ashley. Yeah.
Uh huh.
Assalamu alaikum. She said, "Walaikum salam." And then they said, "Can you do something for me?" And it's Jamil's picture, right? And then she said, "Yes, sure." And he said, "I'm trying to get into my Facebook page and it's asking me to send a code to a trusted friend just for me to log in. Can I send it to you, my brother?" And then she says, "Yeah, okay, hacker." And then they blocked her.
Yeah.
They don't even know who they talking to. That's his stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. So in these instances, when people are thieving, a thief is not always the most intelligent. See, they're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, because if they were sharper than that, they'd try to get in touch with the God within and create something and live by the sustenance where you can sleep at night. You don't have to look over your shoulder with no big hand just reaching out to just, with the law of the land, because it's all about the law of the land.
That's all it is.
It's the law. We intend to do things legally, but if we find you, we're going to prosecute you.
So, what do you think are some solutions, quick solutions, or little safeguards we can put into place?
Okay, I'll tell you just off the top of my head, and I'm going to go back to the comments, because the comment room tonight is so filled with great information. People are coming from around the country. I see Sister Katina and Brother Gary and Brother Keith with this great information. Sister Deidre and Sister Javon, they're bringing great information from all over the country. One of the things I think we can do is to grow generally skeptical of the format, not the people who use the format, but the format of social media. It is infested with thieves and robbers. It's infested with liars and people who project false images. Even the people who are not scamming out of money are attempting to go on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and make themselves appear to be one thing that they are not.
Right.
Honesty is not the calling card of social media. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, in the Teachings 2.0, and in the guide to social media that he issued through the Nation of Islam, gave us directions. Again, if you're not a Muslim in the nation, you can still use the wisdom of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He said that we ought to use social media to foster the bonds of brotherhood and sisterhood.
Absolutely.
To create goodwill and to share the information that gives life and lifts up our communities. I believe that many of us are doing that in the particular ways that we do it. But we've got to be watchful and mindful of the evil that other people are trying to do. Scammers and hustlers. You think you slick, but you can use another reason.
Yes, another reason. Okay. So I was thinking one quick thing you could do is because they're calling and they're inboxing you and trying to act like they really know you, ask them a question that only that person would know, right? Because they can't answer everything. Like was it Jay Bond? No, no, it was Sister Sajda said something about like ask them who's the original man or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something she had said, but that
Right.
makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
Ask if they were pretending to be Jamil, ask what does he call his hair or something like that. They don't know. They don't know the answer to that. Ask something. If it's your cousin, they playing like your cousin. Ask. I would ask them to say, "Did I ride a big wheel when I was little, or did I ride a 10 speed? What did I ride?"
I'm sure you were a big wheel person.
I was saying that
Okay.
because I didn't know how to ride a bike,
Okay.
but I
All
could
right.
tell.
All right. Yeah.
But only
Okay.
my cousins would know
All
that.
right. It's
Mhm.
okay. And the other thing you can do in addition to asking them a question is to say, "Hey, call me on my cell." They don't have your cell because they got the Facebook account and the Messenger account and they go in like that. If you have any idea that we may need anything, and this is anybody,
Right.
call the person
Right.
and say, I got a message. Are you okay? But talk to them yourself. And as Teasha said, as Sister Teasha said, reference some aspect of your knowledge of them. That's it. And then Brother David see and asked him a question about Eric B. and Rakim. They won't know the Eric B. and Rakim, because they over there, doing whatever they
Trying
do.
to get paid in full.
Right. They're trying to get paid in full, but they really, they're about to get moved. If you understand. Well, but this is the issue that we are striving to clear up tonight. Take some steps to clear up tonight. Remember, the goodwill that you have spent your life building among the brotherhood and sisterhood is not going to be damaged and destroyed by a few thieves, but it's annoying in a sense that, like flies, the old poem says, scammers and flies I do despise. The more I see scammers, the more I like flies. Scamming rascals.
Did you make that up?
No, my
Was that a
grandmother
real
used to
poem?
say it when I was a baby.
Oh,
But
okay.
she didn't say scammers.
Oh, all right. All right, everyone. So again, we just wanted to bring this information to you. Have a little chat about it because this is serious because it's growing. It's reaching more and more people, and we want to stop it right where we can. We don't want our friends and family to fall victim to this if we don't have to. Knowledge is power.
That's
Okay.
right. And those security questions that Sister Deidre is referencing in her latest comment, those are the questions that we must ask in order to keep ourselves clear and keep ourselves free as much as possible. And then we call on Allah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that everything you gave to the scammers, and I'm talking to you, Brother Keith, Brother Windsor, my dear Godfather, everything that you gave to those no good bums
Mm-hmm.
is coming back to you tenfold.
It is.
Because the bums didn't take into account not only who you are, but whose you are. You don't belong to this world. You don't belong to this world for them to take your substance. Your Father is the author of all life, and He brings substance from whence He chooses
Right.
and gives it to whom He chooses.
Right.
We're
And
not preaching
remember,
tonight.
nothing happens without Allah's permission. So yes, the scammers got that little bit of coins from you, but that's all right. It alerted us to wake up and be wise, and it pricked us, pricked our thoughts to get on our post. So now look at all of us have been enlightened that we need to tighten up with this social media. So don't be upset about the little bit of coins that they got. That's all right. Our mind. This is the real treasure right here. All right, we're gonna be all right. But
Yeah.
if you do want to send a cash app, you is this what we do our cash app?
Well, yeah, you can do. And see, that's another thing that
I'm
burns
just
my
kidding.
hackles.
I
No,
promise you, I'm just kidding.
no, but even if you're not, see, no, there's a legitimate need for this program to expand
is.
its platform.
There is.
And that's what we do. Every light you're looking at, everything you're hearing, everything you're seeing was done by you. This is listener supported television. We don't have any sponsorships from corporations. We're not supported by any foundations. We're not connected with a university or a college. We're not supported by a church or a mosque or any other institution. You program what comes on these airwaves. You're the listener. So, of course, there's a legitimate need for us to receive and properly and wisely spend contributions. But when something like this stinks up the atmosphere,
Yeah.
people don't even want to take a breath because everything has been fouled. Some people spoke to me. I told you, said, wait a minute, but I heard from you. It was you. No, it was not me. That's how technologically sophisticated they are becoming in what they do. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. And it's really, really something.
All right.
And the cameraman said he would challenge me. The mind doesn't have a color, my brother. On this, I would challenge you. He says that in YouTube. And I will say this to you, Mr. Cameraman. No, the mind itself doesn't have a color, but the conditions that we live under have been predetermined according to color.
Mm.
And those conditions then preset or predirect or predispose the mind. So we don't have to play semantics games. You know what I'm talking about. And let's just keep it 100, okay? Let's keep it a buck. This show is called what?
Nothing but the truth.
Okay, with brother who
Jamil
and Sister Teasha herself. So we trying to keep it 100%. Now don't be playing games. I'm the mind don't have no color. Yeah, tell that to these police to shoot the black man 60 times. Their mind had a color, and it's a sickly shade of white. Don't tell me the mind don't have no color. Because when that man was shot, he was unarmed and running away from the police. But a few days later in Chicago, Highland Park, Illinois, a man stands on top of a roof and murders 7 people and injures 24 more. And when they finally bring him in, they say they arrested him without incident. Their minds are whitened, and the society in which we live is unfair and unjust. Let's keep it 100.
Yes, sir. Always. Always. All right, family. We're here because we love you. We want the best for you. We want the best for all of us. We will have the best for all of us, right?
I mean,
Yes, sir. It's just a matter of us coming together and helping each other grow. And that is what this platform is for. It's nothing but the truth, right? That's all we're bringing to you. This is not a game. We have fun here. It's a chat with family. But sometimes when the serious matter has to be dealt with, we deal with it.
That's right.
We deal with it with love. We deal with it with humor. We deal with it with seriousness. We deal with it with preaching.
No,
we don't deal with it. Anyway,
we
deal with it.
Oh yeah, we do.
Like we did tonight.
And we're asking you, dear beloved brothers and sisters, in the next portion of the program that you're about to hear from Sister Teasha. It's a wonderful segue because she'll tell you about the business of broadening this platform. Mm-hmm. She'll tell you about the business of making a real donation to real people who are talking to you in real time and answer real phones.
Right.
I'm not in a scam factory. Never been a scammer. I'm connected to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. My eternal leader is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And my God is Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. I don't lie and make a habit out of lying. I'm like you.
Right.
I have lied before, but I'll be damned if I become a professional at it.
Right.
So now Sister Teasha got a message for you. I'm going to go over here and drink some ice water because I'm hot. I'm hot as the devil's back door. Sister Teasha?
Yes. Drink some ice water. All right, everyone. And once again, I want to thank you for joining us for another edition of Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Teasha. We hope that you were able to take something away from tonight's show that will help you to tighten up those ranks. Okay. Like he said, we want you to help us grow this platform. I've been trying with the reels and the sharing and all of that, but it's hard for whatever reason, to grow our numbers unless you're putting some foolishness out there or dancing or something like that. I don't understand it.
You don't have to call it dancing. You know what they're doing. Twerking.
Okay, that.
Ain't no
dancing. And Jamil won't do it. I tried to get him to do it, and he was like, "No, we're gonna have." So
no.
Okay, so we need you to help us share our platforms, right? So we can get the followers up there. So we're trying to get at least 10,000 followers so that we can be in the next level of the algorithm, of course, and be able to go live from YouTube. This is good content, y'all. This is a good, safe, clean place for us to stretch out and share how Allah has blessed our lives so that we can bless others. We need to be out there just like everybody else is. So we need you to go to our YouTube page, follow us on YouTube, Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Teasha. Share it, tell somebody else about it, encourage them to like it too. We're going to go on a campaign for subscriptions. I don't know how. So if you want to be a part of that, let me know. Okay. And then go to Facebook, do the same thing. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and then on TikTok as well. Okay. We can do this. If you are interested in helping us grow the platform with a love donation, that can be made to our Cash App. And this is a real Cash App. $ Bro Works. $ BROWORKS. That's the Cash App that is used to help grow this platform for this podcast only. All monies go directly to the platform. The next thing we're going to get is one of those light. What is this light called? Comment. That's supposed to be in my face right here. This one that's making me real hot and that's heating up the shea butter on my face. What's this light? What's the light?
The Klieg light?
One of them lights. Yeah. You know the lights that be in front of you to make you look pretty? I need one of those, y'all. Cause it's
not as bad as I do. I need.
So that's what the love donation will be for next. All right. And I'm going to give Hamid the last word.
Well, thank you so much, beloved, dear Sister Teasha Muhammad, the host with the most. It's so hot. Grateful that you are with us tonight. And I'm so glad to be in your company. Brothers and sisters, before we let you go, I want to echo the words of our dear brother, Big Dave C., who says tonight in response to Brother Keith's message from the West Coast, Brother Dave C. describes these thieves as mork busters. That's that LA language from way back. Mork busters. Those trying to do something janky, but you molded. So that's all for the West Coast family. That's your lingo of the night. We leave you on a serious note tonight. Let's be careful, family. Let's guard against evil and iniquity. Let's guard against it wherever it may rear its head in our lives, because wherever evil is, it may be that evil is attempting to be there because it thinks that it has a resting place. Let's slam the door in the face of evil. How do you do that? You practice prayer.
Come on.
You practice fasting. You practice living according to a law of righteousness and justice. You help to fix your mistakes. You don't run from your mistakes. You man up.
Come on.
You own the mistake, and then you call on God to give you the strength to make it right and to be able to understand at all times that even if you think nobody can see you, Allah can see you.
Every time.
God can see you. We don't preach on this show. And I know Dave C he's cutting up the video right now to make a preaching video. And I hope
you did preach tonight though. But it's
ma'am?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Brothers and sisters, we thank you for dropping by. Share this program. Subscribe to our channel, Nothing But the Truth with Brother Jamil and Sister Teasha. It's on YouTube. Come by the page, visit. But if you have to ask us anything, call us, please.
Yes.
Y'all got the number. It's 777-9311. Just call us.
777-9311.
Until next Thursday. Until next Thursday.
Sean, join in.
Until next Thursday. Please don't do anything to anyone that you would not have them do unto you.
Key is calling.
And go in peace as much as you can and stay strong. Allah willing and the creek don't rise, we'll be back next Thursday at 8 o'clock sharp right here on another edition of Nothing But the Truth with
Brother Jamil
and Sister Teasha. We love you. We thank you. We out. Salam alaikum. Thank you, brothers and sisters.